Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative, and today we're talking about the Polaroid Go Generation 2 again. I know I've made multiple videos, and basically the Generation 2 is the only camera that you should ever really get. You should never get that Gen 1 because that thing is just a glorified toy. The pictures that came out of it were just pretty terrible. And then they came out with this. And it's a little bit of like a dropped ball on the advertising and marketing for the Generation 2 because their big push, or at least what they made it sound like, was with the Now cameras and the Go cameras was, okay, we are using a lot more recycled material, we've switched to USB-C, and that's kind of it. It wasn't until I saw in an Instance video, another great YouTube channel that does coverage of the instant cameras, that I found out that the f-stop is lower on the new camera than it was on the Generation 1. So let me just go quickly. What's the big difference? I'm reading here because I want to get this number exactly. On the Generation 2, it is f9 to f42 of an aperture instead of f12 to f56 on the Polaroid Go Generation 1. It also has a bumped up maximum shutter speed of 1/300th of a second, which Polaroid says complements the aperture changes. And I'm like, that would be great information to have. Because originally when I saw the Generation 2, I thought, okay, USB-C, I'm not even going to think to pick this up because that's such a minimal thing. The battery life on these cameras, because there is an internal battery, is great. Like, it is great already. There's no reason to do it. Did I care if it was recycled plastic? No, because I already have a camera, so I'm not going to produce any more waste of getting another camera and, you know, not using the one that I had, even though it was kind of a joke of a camera. But that's a big thing, and they do say it's improved image quality, but they didn't say exactly where. And I looked all over the place before I made the video, before I got the camera, and then when I got the camera, and I was like, oh, I really love this camera, they didn't say anything. It wasn't until in an Instance video, which I saw maybe a month or maybe even 2 months ago, that I was like, it's no wonder the pictures on this are so good. I just went to a Yankees game, and these are both from the Generation 2, but these are kind of like older films, but you can just see, look at the contrast on there. Now that's both with the flash on. I want to see how close I can get this. I was in a sweet spot. You can see the detail in the diamond. It's a small little picture, I just have to say, so you don't get a lot of detail in this, but you can see exactly where you are. The contrast is really crisp and really nice, and it's kind of strange because when they increase the contrast on the Instax 11 over the 10, the Instax Mini, I didn't like that as much. I kind of like the blown out kind of look, overexposed look that Instax had going, and kind of going overly contrasty with that because those pictures are already so clear. I really didn't feel like it needed it, but that's just kind of what it was. But I think for the Go, adding that contrast really does well. And then again, I'm going to show you another angle which came out not as contrasty here, but still you see exactly where you are. There's no kind of just like vignetting, there's no crap. It's just really well done, and this is on like an overcast day, just not really great light anywhere, but the pictures that I take, and I try to find, let's see if we'd have more pictures here. Yeah, I took more pictures at night at a New York Knicks watch party, and again, this isn't a dark scenario. This is with flash only, and this is kind of like holding the camera here, snap, and then pulling it back, not really pausing as I maybe should. And you can actually still see the detail of the bar patrons. You can kind of see TVs in the background, you can kind of see the lights, but you can see what is there. If we were focusing just on here and maybe taking a picture of these people, you could still see the details of them here. And let's see. Yeah, you can see this guy has like dirty blonde hair, he has glasses kind of up, he has a blue t-shirt, there's a guy looking behind, black shirt, white shirt, that really looks well. And then this was another one which I was really moving fast because everybody was jumping around. and you can still see the detail in the TV, which is great. If I was more stationary, it would have been a little bit of a better picture, but it used to be where I took this camera out at night and it was garbage. It was unusable, completely unusable. And again, I'm glad for the upgrade, but in your marketing, maybe not everybody knows what an f-stop is, but if you were to have said that, and I would have picked that up, or other channels that cover instant photography would have picked that up, we would have been like, oh, it's better because of this aspect in the camera. And that's a significant aspect. Also with the shutter speed too, that's significant too. So next time, Polaroid, please let people know. You make a very simplified camera that is point and go for most of the cameras, you know, not the i2 and not the Now Plus, because you can play around with the settings a little bit more. But with most cameras, what I love is you just pull it out, click, and it's on the go. At this point, it's really replaced the Instax cameras that I've been using because of that internal battery and better image quality. It's exactly what I need, and it looks good too. Look at that sleek little package. Again, it's the same thing as it was before, but it's so small. I can fit this in my back pocket. I can fit this in a jacket pocket. And again, I hate worrying about batteries. That's one of my main things. I hate putting AAAs or AA's in any camera. I just like plugging it in and having it ready. But yeah, that's a little bit of an update. You may be wondering why the Go 2 is better than the Go Gen 1. That's the reason. And again, let me just say this again. The Gen 2 has an aperture of f9 to f42. The lower that number goes, the more light it can take in. And the Generation 1's aperture was f12 to f56. Again, lower number better. And that's kind of it. Anyway, guys, if you have any comments or questions, put it in the comment section below. Don't forget, I'm on Instagram and Threads now with 3 channels. M8B9 for my personal page and just cat memes. Creative.ny for the New York stuff. Creative.reviews for everything kind of under a minute for Instagram. And email, of course, creativenyc2024@gmail.com. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.